Somebody who knows what they like when they see a look but can't really put it into words and can't really identify it, I think this is going to be incredibly helpful. I'm going to talk about high contrast, aka graphic looks, versus low contrast, aka tonal looks. And I think that figuring out whether you like your looks to be high contrast or low contrast can be incredibly helpful when you are getting dressed and styling a look. What does this even mean? Let's start with high contrast or graphic looks. These are looks that have a very stark contrast between the colors. So for example, looks that are styled with pieces that are black and white. Another example of a high contrast look is something like this with bright colors that have a lot of contrast. The other end of the spectrum, we have tonal or low contrast looks, which are made up of pieces that are in similar tones or colors. Of course, a tonal look doesn't have to be all white or all beige. A tonal look can also be colors, but just colors that are a similar tone. So as opposed to that red and purple combo, this feels a lot more tonal or low contrast. This is a great side-by-side comparison. We have high contrast here with the black and the white, and then we have low contrast with the blue jeans and the blue shirt. So understanding that, how is this helpful and how do we figure out what we like? Number one, and I bet you know what I'm gonna say, look at your screenshots, look at your Pinterest, look at your mood board, and just take note, are the looks more high contrast or low contrast? Take a second and think back to some of your favorite looks that you wear, some of your go-to looks. Are those high contrast or low contrast? Keep in mind, this is not based on skin tone, not based on body type. This is just pure preference. What are you attracted to? Which one do you like more? The answer could be that you like both. Maybe you don't prefer one over the other. However, if you are stuck and you are looking in the mirror and your look is not working, it's just a good thing to consider. I'm gonna give a few examples. Let's say you are tying a sweater around your shoulders and you're feeling like this just does not look quite right. It's feeling a little blah, it's feeling a little bit boring. Maybe you are somebody who likes a higher contrast look. So instead of going for the gray sweater, you wanna go for something white or a bright color. You want to kind of add that higher contrast. I realize that I prefer low contrast or tonal looks for myself. It's kind of interesting, maybe not to you, but it was interesting to me because I always wear white t-shirts and I find that I never reach for dark denim or black jeans because I love the way the white t-shirt looks with the blue jeans. And keep in mind that this is not necessarily a rule. It's just something to consider. When I'm looking at this, if I didn't have the gray blazer, I don't think I would have liked the look as much because the gray is sort of bridging that black and white of the sweater and the t-shirt. I think without the blazer, it might feel a little bit too graphic for me. I actually wrote all about this in my newsletter. You can subscribe on my website. It's fabulous and it comes out once a month. Again, just something to consider. I hope it's helpful.